It's a little bit circumstance casual, because we were just looking for a subject or a story to do the film with Valentina, the scriptwriter, and one of the subjects that was on the table was motherhood, because she already had 2 girls, and I had just recently become a mother. I had a baby for 15 months. And I was, and of course it was a subject that was very important. We had been talking a lot of that every day, like what's this and how is that possible, and all our work is based on our conversations, because we are really close friends. We know each other from when we were 10 years old, so we really like to talk about things, and so that was a real important matter to us, of course. And so there was this possibility, and it just arrived to us, this book, because a friend of mine knows the author, and she sent the book, and I really enjoyed it, because I had a baby, so I was like really connected immediately, and was like experiencing all this at that time, and so and what interested us was that we thought it could be a good idea to do an adaptation, because it allowed us to do something different and be not so close to our own experiences, so to work from another perspective. And also we liked that the book that had this gender thriller halo, and that was something that seemed interesting and accurate to the subject, and to do something different. We wanted to, for the pleasure, also to work on something that we found important, but with another way of approaching it. So it was like un reto, how do you say, a challenge for us also. I really wanted to do a film that was like a sensation, very physical, very vibrating film, not intellectual, but more to work with the gender and all the elements. Genre, thank you, genre. And every time I've said gender, I wanted to say genre. Not male and female, right? So, I really wanted to do, as I was saying, to work with all the elements, narrative elements, and it was like something very, I always had in mind something very playful with, I wanted to play with the music, I wanted to play with the image, with the camera, and also, of course, with the sound, because I think the sound is a really good channel to provoke the atmosphere and this physical vibrating thing, and so we enjoyed very much the possibility to emulate like horror films and terror and I don't know, the crowd and the sound of the crowd, and it's like in a higher, how would I say, it was a challenge to decide the tone of the film, because it mixes naturalism sometimes, but also genre. And I was afraid it was too much sometimes, but I was like, I have to be brave, and I mean, I'm going to have this baby crying all the time, and it's going to be exaggerated for some moments. For someone like me, who's used to contain good tension, it was like a challenge to let me go with the sound, for example, but I had this in mind from the beginning. It was very important to build the atmosphere and to reach the audience with all this anguish and all this oppression. So yes, I guess. The film is an adaptation of a book, and that was the point of departure was this writer that's on the book and that has a baby and and she discovers that she gets obsessed with all this infanticide, etc. But for us, it was like she could like have an excuse or a way to let her obsession or her thoughts, like a way out, for instance, by writing or by, and I think there's something real in this way of, like, for writers, it's some kind of way out for some, like, to write about things, to say it. There's something very important that is mentioned at the beginning of the film, that at the end, it's about saying things. It's about expliciting things. Like, all the journey of the character is just to approach the father and say, I sometimes want him dead. And just saying it, that's why it's like in close-ups, etc. So writing, it's about saying things, about being able to put in words, which is so important to try to build something more healthy from these points. And I guess it's about word, the importance of expliciting. So that's why, that's the main. Yeah, we left the quotes of these godmothers because that were in the book. First of all, because for the rhythm of the film, we found that it was interesting to stop, and it gave something like even more tense sometimes. Also, it's true that even though we wanted to do a very sensual film and very physical and visceral, it's true that it's a film about a subject and about literature, about saying things, about the word, about the writer, and so we found important that there are other persons that have written about it. We are not the first that arrive here and then say, oh, motherhood, there's been said before, so we are like part of, we have a heritage, and we're like, and it's important to because it's important to say these things, I think, well, I don't know if it's important, but it's something, as it's a taboo, it's a very difficult subject, it's a taboo, so we, in a way, we reivindicamos, how do you say?
You're paying tribute to the ones
we were paying tribute,
and
and we say that it's important to say these things aloud, and so as these people have already done. And we're part of this community in a way.